Pilots here with you again, flying from Detroit to the sunny state of Miami, Florida. And we've got Brandon with us here. We've got Josh.
Yep.
That old sleepy turtle. We got Tim. And we got the developer of Microsoft 2020. I mean, TFM.
No.
We got Andy with us too, you guys.
Yeah, right.
And hopefully now you're actually just seeing the flight window, which I'm pretty sure it's still good. At least now you guys don't have to worry about hearing the screen reader and all that stuff. Oh, I better get my first officer going, or my passenger will leave me some rude feedback when we get to Miami.
Yeah, you don't want rude feedback.
Remember that one guy the other day said he wasn't going to bring his girlfriend back on a jet that runs out of alcohol.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, and then you had one lady that said something about I want to get to know this pilot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was like, of all the comments, wow.
Tim, how's flying been going for you, by the way?
Good. I did my first one for, I guess, about a week ago. I did my first one really back, and that was, once I got the new computer set up again, I did my first one on GSI. It was pretty cool.
Very good,
I
dude.
bet it was fun to get back in the cockpit after all that time away.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. What is your thoughts on being back flying and stuff? Are you glad you're back in the airplane? Like, did you miss it?
Yeah, I did actually. It was pretty cool.
That's how I feel.
I'm about to
right
actually
now.
start another one right now.
Awesome, man. All right, we're gonna open the cockpit door here. There we go. And Brandon, I know Brandon's really eager and excited, and
I am.
folks, he does have a computer being sent to him, but sometimes things happen, and well.
Yep.
You got lucky on this because you still ended up getting a video card out of the deal. And,
I did.
Honestly, when me and George were talking about it, when you look at everything, you got a really good deal out of this, to be honest.
Oh, I agree. I
mean, not that the Mac
CDU message cleared.
wasn't worth anything, because it is, but the value of, like, if I was going to fix the Mac, which I'm not, I just put clear tape over the corner of it, no big deal.
Yeah.
But you got a good deal out of it either way. I think.
I totally agree on that. I think so too.
And I'm not saying that in like a negative way, like, damn man, I got screwed. I'm just saying, like, in general, you got a good deal out of it, I think.
I think so too.
I am going to start learning the Mac, but I've not had time, guys. I've had no time to do it. But
Yeah.
what do you do?
Well, I mean, life does have ways of throwing curves at you sometimes, so.
Yeah, it definitely does. Definitely does. Man, I was going to open my first live stream now I got it all fixed with some opening music, and I forgot all about it. I'm so used to the old way, but
Oh no!
that's all right. Well, I'm going to actually come up with something that it's going to be like an opener with music and some audio, just kind of telling about the channel. That whole intro and then the outro as well, where I don't got to do all the like, share, subscribe. I just play the outro and bam, be done.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the way to go.
So I was looking at questions that came in, and One of them that I had forgot to answer was, let me find it here. Oh yeah, here it is. And I can answer this. I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to go around the room and let these guys give their opinion too, as well as Andy. We'll start with Andy after I'll answer the question, and then Andy can answer it, and then you guys can throw your opinion in.
CDU message displayed.
All right.
Enter IRS position.
Alright, so I really like the fact that you guys have a program that helps you and enables you to be able to fly. I think that's really amazing. The one thing that I was thinking about while watching some of the videos, and I'm not judging or pointing fingers about anything, for I'm a pilot myself, and I understand what it takes to be a pilot, and I understand the difference between being in the real plane and the sim, even though there's not much that's different other than the fact that you are inside of a real plane compared to sitting inside of a simulator. Here's my question. Does TFM offer you guys an advantage over anyone else that might be simming as far as the things you got to do with setting up your altitudes and etc.? I know there's other programs out there that I've seen add-ons where people will use them to make their life a little easier, so I wasn't
CDU
sure if TFM worked that way or not. And I'm gonna answer this first, and Andy might have a different answer, I don't know, but I'll give my answer. It's my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but TFM doesn't give advantage. Okay, I don't think it gives advantage at all. It gives ability. It doesn't give an advantage, it gives accessibility. It makes it to where we're capable of doing the same thing that you do when you're in the cockpit, setting altitude. Now, if that was an advantage, it would just do everything for us and take off. If it was an advantage, I would be on Microsoft 2020 and letting the AI fly for me. If it was an advantage, I'd be flying ITY because it did a lot for you as well. TFM is not an advantage, no. Andy?
Hold on a second. Okay, so SimBrief. What am I talking about?
How?
I was just in SimBrief.
Wow.
So TFM does not give any advantages over, say, sighted or able-bodied pilots. It lets us do the same thing. I mean, basically, any other add-on developer goes down through, say, P3D or PMDG's SDK and builds their stuff around it. The TFM does the same thing. All it's doing is making use of what's already there to present it maybe in a slightly different format, but it basically presents the same thing. I would say the only advantage that TFM gives over, say, a sighted, able-bodied pilot is most of TFM's direct entry fields. You could just type in what you need, whereas, say, someone else would have to turn a knob until they get to what they want. But otherwise, no, it doesn't. It does not give any advantage.
Okay, right.
Over the able-bodied pilots.
I agree. Let's go to Josh. Josh, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are no. It's definitely not an advantage. It actually, actually, it's better than what we ever had before. as far as being able to have total control. Like TFM presents basically as much control as we possibly can, especially with the autopilot. If you have the autopilot on, you can pretty much control the entire systems of it. And I know there are some manual flight features like audio pitching and whatnot. But they work. But we still don't know our surroundings, so that's kind of the problem there. But I mean, as far as autopilot and having full control, it's better than we ever had it, I think, as far as TFM goes.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's go over to Mr. Tim. Tim, what do you think?
I pretty much agree with everybody else. There's no advantages really. It's a reader and it's a manipulation to
CDU message
access
displayed.
controls. Really,
CRD
it's not
change to
doing
34,000.
anything for you per se. And so basically, you're just it's a bridge so we can access information and act on the information that it's giving us. So, which I agree with everyone else.
Yep. Brandon?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with all of you guys too. There's really no advantage. And I will say, given where Tim, Josh, and myself started, when we started flying with IYP, I think the only advantage we have with TFM now is the ability to control more aircraft than we were able to when we first started. But other than that, no.
I never got to experience ITY, but from everything I heard, there was more of an advantage with ITY than what there was, because ITY pretty much
also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down.
put everything in for you, right? It did the flight
No.
Well,
No,
IYP, it was, I'm saying we were limited on how
your
many
plane is
aircraft
kind of like
we could fly.
the closest thing to it right now is multi-crew experience.
Yeah.
There was a voice command for everything. You can control your speed. You can tell what speed you wanted.
Okay, but
put it in like
yeah,
that.
but when you landed, ITY landed for you, right? You didn't have to catch the ILS on your own, did you?
Yeah,
Well,
there was an ILS landing.
There
yeah,
was
I
an
mean,
ILS thing in IYP, yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, when you there was a command for it would you didn't have to remember the frequencies. It would add the ILS frequency and put the course in for you.
Well, I mean,
but
either way though, definitely TFM is just like everybody said, we're all on the same page on that. I mean, there's no advantage. Like, if you had two sighted people in the same kind of plane, same flight, one would not be easier than the other, as far as Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to get weather there. But yeah, I saw that question. I thought, yeah, we need to answer that. And I know that the one that emailed, I don't know who you are personally, but I know you're not. We know you're not being criticizing. So he had put in the email that I'm not saying nothing bad about TFM. I think it's amazing. I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying you are taking advantage or. No, we get it, dude. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we get that.
Trust me, we've had way worse things said than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I must say, when I think about everything, I don't know about you guys. I mean, we all have our own opinions, but when I think about everything, I think we have gone a milestone.
Oh, we really have.
We have crossed a boundary that has. I mean, think about it. Go back and let's talk
I
about.
kind of.
Let's talk about ITY for a minute, or
Well, that's
or-
the thing.
or when-
I kind of wish that Robert Caesar of Plane was still around so we could see the milestone. Like, we're flying Sis and
Oh, I
Stars right
know.
now. He didn't think that would be possible for us to do.
Yeah, I
Right,
remember
and-
that.
and I
too,
mean,
'cause we had conversations
if
with
you-
him about that.
if you look at it though, where we are now. I mean, guys, how much closer can you really get than where we are right now?
Honestly, I don't think you can get any closer than where we are now.
Other than having
Taxi.
Other
more
than being in the real aircraft.
yeah, taxi.
Well, I
and
don't.
all that.
I
mean,
mean, like in general, not like the feature wide, but like in general, the next step would be going outside the sim and climbing into a small airplane.
Into
I
a
mean,
real plane, yeah.
I mean, honestly.
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I think. Well, I think the next step would be trying to figure out a way to convey actual actual objects and stuff in front and back of our plane, like buildings, stuff like that. So like, you know, then we might be able to do like VFR or something.
I
If
think we could probably do it.
If
I
if
really
we can
think we
figure
could
out.
probably do it.
I mean, it does go around because of the way the flight plans are put in. I've done flights where there's been nothing but mountains and the plane stays right away from the. So it already kind of does that.
Hmm.
Or we wouldn't be doing flights where there's mountains at all.
Yeah.
So I just think it's amazing.
But I mean, I'm talking about like the people that can fly without autopilot. They just like look at their surrounding. Oh, you know, I'm following.
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
there's
Yeah.
you know, like when you're in a small plane and there's an airplane,
flying low and
it
you
will,
can-
you know,
yeah.
it will tell you such and such at your 12 o'clock. Let me know when you have eyes on. You come back and say, I don't, you know, having something there that would tell you plane detected, then you could key up and say eyes on.
Or like, you know, if you have to have the runway in sight, we don't know where the actual
Yeah,
runway
remember
is in
when we
relation
had to do that with IYP where we would have to do runway in sight when we'd have to do those visual approaches?
Yeah, yeah. IYP. Yeah, I would say like runway 12 or airport at 12 o'clock, and the runway.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah, it would use clock to like place clock basically.
Hmm. But you're right, John. It is amazing from that point where we started with IYP to now. We really have crossed a milestone. I'm really amazed at how far we've come in the past few years.
It really is, because if you think about when I started flying with you guys, we had, you know, there was a different version of TFM, and that was
Yeah.
fine, but compare that to what we got now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would like to do on the anniversary? If anybody still has a copy of, I need to borrow it if you do. Does anyone still have a copy of the original program that we used to fly with?
The original flight following, like the TFM1.
Yeah, the one that Jason was doing alone.
I think Declan might want to have Declan.
I think
might
you still
get with
can get it on
Declan.
GitHub, right? Doesn't the GitHub archive got it? Can we go
No.
get it?
I don't know if they got
No,
it.
no,
I don't
no,
have it
'cause-
anymore.
No, because Jason did this by himself. This was before
This is before Andy came on.
Well, I know, but I know there was a GitHub page though. Even before Andy got involved, there was a GitHub page where you got it from.
Yeah, but I think it was different.
Was it? Oh, okay. I don't have it. I don't know if anybody else has it.
Declan
See,
might
that's
have it. You
weird.
might get with him and ask him.
The reason I'm saying it because I would like to put them both to get side by side and give people an idea of really how far we have came.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going through my leg page right now and just make sure we got no vectors.
Oh, okay. We got a channel message with a link to it, I think.
Yep, that's the legacy flight following.
And he just sent us a link in the channel messages about
Wind shear.
where to get it.
Wind shear.
Okay.
Wind shear. Terrain. Pull up. Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain.
Oh, we got one route discontinuity.
Don't sink.
Oh boy.
Don't sink.
So,
Too low. Terrain.
I've never actually explained that to anybody. Who would like to explain what a route discontinuity
Too
is?
low. Terrain. Glide slope.
All right, you guys, y'all want to go for it? Or you want me to?
Minimum. 20.
Go for it.
Okay. Basically, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. So a route discontinuity basically is a waypoint
20.
that doesn't match where you're going,
Wind shear.
I believe.
Wind shear. Too low. Terrain.
Now, how'd you say it? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
There's a little.
I basically said it was basically a waypoint that didn't match to the flight plan to where you're going.
It's a little more technical than that, but it's sort of the idea.
Andy, give it a shot.
So routes are broken up into segments. You have the climb segment, you have transition segments, you have the cruise segments, and you also have the descent, the approach, and the transition phases of descent. Route discontinuities are basically parts of the route, say climb to cruise, or typically you're going to find them on descent, and they're going to be between transition from descent to final approach. And what they basically are, there's no way that it can automatically be connected together. So if you have a tight turn, for an example, it might have a route discontinuity there because there's no way that it can automatically calculate a descent path or flight path for you. So you remove those and hopefully you can make the turn, but generally you can ask for vectors or get vectored at that point.
Someone asked a really good question, and let me fix it real quick, and I'll tell you what it is. Alright, so I know a little bit about this. I don't know a whole lot. I'll do my best to answer it. If I'm flying, and let's say my descent starts at 36,000, the next waypoint is 21,000. Now that's a big gap, right? 36,000 to 21,000. That is a really
That's
big
a huge gap.
gap. Is it doable? Is it flyable? Absolutely. Can you customize and put some waypoints in between? Yes, you can. It's kind of tricky. I don't understand it enough to tell you exactly the best way to do it. I know I've done it with Brandon. Brandon saw me do it. And what it will do is it'll create another waypoint. Let's say you do a waypoint. Let's say the waypoint for 36,000 was named Alpha 1. So you could do another one. Go to the edit scratch pad, type in Alpha 1 340/10. That's how you would do it. And what it's going to do is it's going to put another waypoint right after that 36,000. I don't know. It's confusing. Does anybody know more about doing custom waypoints? Cause I'm going to step off the pedestal here because I'm not a pro at that.
All I know is when you did it, when I saw you do it, like when you did that for your descent, it took longer for you to get to the runway because it was spreading them out. Because I remember you said when you do that, it'll put your waypoints every 10 miles or so out, if I remember right.
Well, it can 10 miles or more. I think you can customize that. The idea is it gives you some waypoints to go to before just trying to do a big drop from 36 to 21.
I think the whole, I guess if there's no like star and you only have an approach and it goes like say 21,000, I guess that's what the point of ATC is for. It's like I say, ATC will give you the the little descent,
Well, yeah, but you can build your own waypoints. I've done it. You can put in your own waypoints. I just don't know enough to try to explain it because I've not done it enough. You can put in your own custom waypoint, but let's face it, ATC's not always there depending on where you're at. What if you're at an airport where there is no ATC and you're in a plane and you got 29,000, next waypoint's at 12,000?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's never gonna get there in time probably, especially if, like depending on how far away it is.
Yeah. So that's, like I said, I don't want to try to answer it, guys, and tell you exactly. The best thing that I could say is Google it. There's some really good examples on there. That's how I learned it. I've never hardly ever I've used it one time. That's why I'm stepping off and saying that I know a lot about this one, because I don't. I just don't. And these passengers are going to be really mad at me because...
Well, they can just wait a few more minutes.
Well, I need to do a pre-flight checklist, but we can do that while we're talking. All right, here we go. Oh, shut up back there. Some girl said she's about to have a baby.
What? Wow.
Well, if you're having a baby, you better get it off my plane.
That'd make for an interesting flight, wouldn't it?
True story. My pilot friend, he twice since he's been flying has had 2 babies delivered on planes that he's flown.
Oh my gosh!
Literally,
wow.
One was about 20 years ago, so this person's probably going around telling people, "Hey, I was born in the air, 30,000 feet." That'd be
wow.
That'd be a story.
Yeah, it would.
And their middle name,
imagine that?
Their middle name is Airzy. I think it's kind of cool, Airzy.
That is. I wonder, could you imagine that if you were born like that? So your birth certificate would say "born on an airplane at 30,000 feet."
That'd be cool. All right, checklist completed, so we can shut the door. Let's get this pregnant woman out of here. We'll put her in the cargo bay. She'll be all right. There we go. Door's shut. Andy, go down there and deliver that baby.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
Tim, you can do
Good
it.
evening,
I think-
ladies and gentlemen,
I
and
think that's
welcome aboard
Josh's
Flight
job,
Shit,
actually.
no, I don't know.
The Church to Miami. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 39 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed.
2 hours
We
and
ask that you
39
make sure
minutes,
that all
folks.
devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew secure doors for departure.
Cabin crew secure door for departure. It'd be cool if it made the noise of them doing that, but it don't make any noise with that. Like the, you know, the noise it makes. Because when you're on a real plane, you can hear them latch that door. It's like, clank!
Oh, yes, you can. Click. Yep.
Alright, let me see what we got going here.
I remember one time I was doing a flight.
Disconnecting ground power.
I was on a plane in Austin. We were doing our pushback and taxi out, and the flight attendant was doing the safety briefing, and apparently people weren't paying attention. And she was like, "If we could hold down the talking, please, for this safety announcement, thank you." Like she got kind of mad about it. It's like, wow.
Well, it's a very important message. Your life depends on.
No,
some
it
of that
is.
Stuff,
You're
know?
absolutely right. Yeah. Well, that's the first time
Now,
I've ever heard a flight attendant.
I mean,
go and do that.
what I would do is set my pitch to like 45, full thrust, open the back door, and just let everybody fall out. No kidding. No, it isn't. It's important, but
It is an important announcement.
Especially if you hadn't flown before, you probably more
Oh,
important
yeah.
to them. Of course, it's important to us, but if you'd never flown before,
I mean,
but you talking about a real flight briefing of every time.
Yeah.
When I was in training a couple years ago, they didn't have them doing that. They just had a video. You watch a
ground
video
crew from
as you
cockpit.
taxied.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was weird.
Some of those videos are really
Ground crew
interesting,
from
though, when you
cockpit.
watch them.
Yeah, this one was the American video was pretty cool. It had
Ready
cool
for
music, but
pushback?
it also had really good descriptions of like where things were and where the life jacket was and where the stuff.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. You could follow it pretty well.
Yeah, I found some of those videos.
I mean, I
think
must say,
they're
my
kind of
first
cool on
time.
YouTube.
Who could say their first time flying? You wasn't a little nervous because I think
Oh, yeah.
nose
Oh
left.
yeah, I was almost scared. Like I was like 7, 8 when we went to
Start engines.
Albuquerque, my first vacation, and I was scared
I
because
remember
I had never flown a plane before.
I remember the first time I flew in '99, and I flew on one of those prop planes going to Houston to catch a jet back over to
Ladies and gentlemen,
Austin.
please direct your
And
attention to
I
the
I
front
was
of the
kind of
aircraft for
nervous,
safety demonstration.
especially on the prop plane, because like when
the
it
seatbelt light
started
is
to
on,
descend,
please make sure that your seatbelt
you
is
could
fastened
really
low and
feel
tight
it
across your
descending. I
lap.
was like, oh, I hope
To
this thing
fasten,
doesn't
insert
crash.
the metal fittings into
Oh
one
yeah,
of
you
the
can do it. Front
Tighten
planes,
by
you can
pulling
feel
on the
it
loose end of the
ascend and
strap.
descend. It's
To
pretty.
release your
Mhm.
seatbelt,
It's pretty
lift the upper
prominent. You
portion
can
of
feel
your
Yeah, I
seat.
remember going
In the
from
event that the seatbelt light is
Vancouver,
not on, we
Washington,
suggest that you keep your
in the
seatbelt
United States,
fastened
Vancouver,
in case of
Washington,
unexpected turbulence.
to
There
Seattle,
are several
and
emergency exits
they
on this aircraft.
had me in
Please
one of
take a
them,
few
you know,
moments now to locate your
one of them
nearest
small
exit.
planes. You actually
In some
walk
cases,
outside
there
and the
is
Yeah.
steps are at the back of the
Yeah.
plane, like the very rear of the plane. You board in the back.
Yeah, that's the type of plane I went on in '99.
Yeah, them were, yeah, they're definitely different riding in the back.
They are.
And when they take off, it don't feel the same at all. It's more wavy.
And don't worry if the bag doesn't
You know.
inflate. Oxygen is flowing to the mask.
I think they
and
do a lot more turns. You can feel them doing a lot more
if you're
turns
traveling
and
with
stuff
children,
taking
now's
off
the time
too.
to pick your favorite one.
Oh,
But
yeah.
secure your
Well, because I
mask
think
and
that probably
then
is because
assist
the
others.
plane is smaller,
Keep
so
your
you
mask
feel
on
a
until
lot
a member
more
of the crew
than
advises you
Yeah.
to
bigger
service
jets.
it. In the unlikely
Mhm.
event of a water landing, a life vest is located
But you
in
can
pouch
feel the
under
jets
your
too when
seat
they
or
take
between
off
the
and they
armrests.
do the full thrust
When
to get up.
instructed to do so,
You can
open
feel
the
that.
plastic pouch and remove
Oh,
the vest.
you know what's
Push it over
trippy
your
though
head.
is when you're
Wrap the straps
coming
around
in
your
for that
waist and buckle up
descent,
the
like
front.
when they
Pull
put
the
those
strap to tighten.
air brakes
To
out
inflate
to
the
slow
vest,
down, and
firmly
you
on
hear
the
the
red
engines
cord
are like,
only when
"Eh," like
exiting
you
aircraft.
can really
If your
feel it
life
when they
vest
put
does
on those
not
air
inflate
brakes.
automatically,
Dude, you know
lower
what
the
Slow
always
down.
top
freaks me
system
out
is
is like when we
inflated.
get down low enough where you can hear that
This vest is
you can
equipped
hear
with a
that
whistle
gear
and
where
button.
unfold. Just like, we're about to hit the ground now, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like any minute. It's usually like a minute or 2 minutes or something, but you just know, like, here we go.
I think the one thing I don't like about flying is every single time I've never been able to solve this problem yet is when you're descending and ascending. Like, it really messes with my ears. Like, it is so
Naturally,
bad.
it fucks with my ears too.
Yeah.
It's because you're going, it's passing the 10,000 foot mark. Like once you pass so much, you don't have any atmosphere, so you're relying purely on the atmosphere of the plane.
It
to deal,
seriously,
pressurization.
it hurts, dude. Like, it hurts.
It hurts,
my
and it will
ears,
fuck
like,
with your
when
ears.
it's
It'll make it where you
oh
can't
my
hear it
God.
sometimes. It lasts,
Dude,
lasts an hour, so for me.
I get freaked out about that when it happens because it's like,
I
oh
mean,
god.
I know
it's
it.
like if like the pilot doesn't actually set the altimeter correctly, it'll do more than hurt your ears. It'll fucking damage them. Like that's that's
Well,
the thing that,
luckily I've never had a pilot that incompetent. Thank goodness.
yeah.
CDU message cleared.
I don't think you'd have a pilot that
All right.
incompetent flying your aircraft.
Dude, I'm
If
sure
you
they'd
did, I'd
probably
be
lose their
flying
license
away
if
off
they
of
did
that
that.
thing.
Because it can kill people. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
you can't be like lax about stuff like that. I've never had a
Man.
problem, but I absolutely forgot about it.
All right,
though,
we're
when
gonna
I
do our
went to
taxi
training back in
checklist here.
2018.
I just don't like when it screws with your ears. It's like, that's the one thing I
What?
don't like.
Do what?
What, Andy?
All right, flight control.
Oh.
We're gonna take the go left,
Talking about getting ready
Full
for
left.
dinner.
full right, full back, full forward. Checked. And we are going to be taking off from four rights. All right, here we go. Just warp me there. There we go. All right, fuel looks good. We've got 27,000, almost 28,000
Elon
pounds
Musk
of
just
fuel.
terminated his Twitter deal.
What's up, Josh?
Elon Musk just terminated the Twitter deal.
Oh, he did?
All
Oh, he
right,
determined
Yeah.
just now? I knew he was looking to get out of it.
all right, we're getting ready to do our takeoff here.
Damn, that's crazy.
I knew that would happen.
Well, you didn't know, but
Oh. I kind of figured Twitter would put up a fight about it.
Fuel
No,
up.
Twitter's.
well, no, they wanted him to buy it. Then,
But they
now-
don't want to turn over the analysis he wants. He wants an analysis of fake accounts versus real accounts, and they won't give it an analysis he's asking for.
Yeah, they're just being ridiculous about the whole thing, honestly.
All
They should
right.
just let him have it.
All right, here we go.
Well, then you just give him the information he's asking for. What the hell? Like, seriously.
Yeah, like, it's not that difficult.
He's done his own investigation, but he says he's still not sure, because I think he said between 5 and 10% of the accounts are fake. And he wants the real data, and they won't give it to him. So, you know.
all right.
Last I heard, they were wanting to take
Hold on.
legal action.
Hold on
Yeah,
one.
no.
Hold on 1 second, Brandon. Let me get up in the air, then we can continue talking. All right, before takeoff, we're getting ready to do it now. All right, here we go. Here lately, every time I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know I'm not. Everything's good. All right. Parking brake is off. Better check my trim.
You don't see this iPhone 14 could cost $100 more than the current model. Apple Insider put it out.
Are you serious?
They're getting more and more expensive. It's really retarded, honestly is.
Well,
gonna
remember
price
that.
people.
Remember that could be. That's like probably the Max or Pro or something. That's something else.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
wouldn't be
you're
surprised
right.
if it was all-
You may be right. They don't say which model. They just say. Well, and I didn't open the article. I just read its headline.
Yeah.
But it could, yeah, you very well could be right. It's just maybe it's
You
just
know,
the Pro Max. I don't know.
This is why
I
we
really
don't
care.
need 3 different models of the
Alright.
same phone. That's ridiculous.
Alright, let me get up in the air, then you guys
It's gonna
can
be 4
talk your
models,
heart's
I think.
content. Alright, here we go. Parking brake is off. And here we go.
Knots. 21 knots. 28 knots.
Please note the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure
35
and
knots.
landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading
43
light on
knots.
the panel above you.
50 knots. 57 knots. 67 knots. 81 knots. 94 knots. 108 knots.
Wow.
121 knots.
I love that.
133 knots. 146 knots. 158 knots. 169
All
knots.
right.
Airborne. 179 knots.
Flaps in. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, there we go.
All right. That's funny.
Hold on guys.
Damn, you're listening to some good music, Tim.
Yeah, this is the radio hometown countdown. They're doing 1956 tonight. It's all for
What station is that?
the Ride Radio.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I've ever heard a countdown from this far back. I think they did 59 2 weeks ago. They did 60, I think 61 last week, but this time 56 I think is the farthest I've ever seen them go back.
I gotta wonder if the iPhone 14 is gonna be like the 13. No new
I just,
changes
I
or
don't know.
anything.
I don't
I
think
mean,
it kind of sucks. They're not coming out with the
biggest-
Mini again.
The biggest thing it's gonna have is USB-C.
I keep on forgetting you guys. Detroit always
No.
has a waypoint where they level you out about 6,000 feet. I don't know
Yeah, that's the
I'm
norm.
not sure what the reason is for that. I don't know if it's got to do with.
Probably traffic. Or maybe turns.
I don't think it's traffic. It's just the same every time.
Or maybe a turn or something. I don't know.
Hard to say.
I think there might be some restricted airspace nearby too.
I bet there is.
Maybe, yeah.
N1 light is on. That's how you can tell when you're getting ready to climb again. Your N1 light will come back on. Anybody want to explain
Oh, nice.
what N1 is for? I'll pick Andy. Explain what
He
N1
stepped
I
away.
just came back for a second. N1, that's basically the climb thrust.
Alright, and how about Josh, what is VNAV for?
VNav is basically a way it controls your climb, and it also controls speeds.
Yep. And guess what, Brandon? You're next.
Yes, and I know which one you're going to pick. LNAV, right?
Well, okay, what is that one used for?
LNAV is used to keep you on track.
That's not really a good
That's
enough
not really-
description. On track is very vague.
You gotta give me a better answer than that. What is
It's
LNAV?
basically LNAV is to basically keep you on course to make sure you're going the right way to your waypoints on the airway.
Get a little more descriptive. It's a
And
more
what way?
concrete thing it does.
Okay, well,
Lateral.
considering you guys, I've never flown this aircraft.
Lateral. Yep. Lateral navigation.
Yeah, lateral.
Okay.
It
It's what-
controls your
It's what keeps you
Navigation.
connected to your navigation for your way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, lateral navigation. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, okay.
All right, and Tim, I can't leave you out. What is ILS?
It's a form of landing, so it's the instrument
General
way to
pattern
land
about
based
10
on
to 15.
beacons. Well, you used
Instrument
to do-
landing
you
system.
Yeah, you use it with IFR landings.
So let me ask you, who here? Now that Tim, you're eventually I see you flying payware once you get, flying more
Yeah, back
stuff. I
into
see it.
When you have a minute, can you help me book a flight? I don't know how to do it on that thing.
But remember when we all
I
flew
can't
on
make it.
payware, we didn't always
Yeah.
do ILS. What was the other kind of landing that we did all the time?
You mean freeware?
Yeah, freeware.
We would do RNAV.
Yep. And what is an RNAV, Brandon?
Basically, the way I did it was basically it's basically a way of landing. It's kind of like a visual approach for landing.
This is
What's
also
the
a
R
reminder
stand for, Andy?
to use seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard
stepped away
Wi-Fi.
again.
If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page containing a small fee for internet
What does
access.
the R and
We'll
RNAV
offer
stand for,
complimentary
Josh?
in-flight communications to our partners. Connect to
Actually,
the
I don't know.
Wi-Fi,
I
you'll be
never
able
looked
to
at
access
that.
our
I
wide
never-
range of free live streams and safety subscribers.
I do know that it's basically a guided GPS approach. Is essentially what an RNAV approach is. Your waypoints pretty much go all the way to the runway, pretty much.
Is it sort of the same thing as visual flight rules, or is it different?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
No, it's
Oh.
not.
I'll be with you guys in just a minute. Hold tight.
Okay. I never really understood what the R and RNAV stood for anyway.
I never used VFR, and I never have. I always just make it an ILS.
Of course, I didn't like ILS on freeware because of a certain program.
RNAV is area
Yeah.
navigation. I guess there really is. I don't know what. I guess there really really is not. It just stands for area navigation. So basically,
It's
Oh, so
actually
it's
it's
AI
also
now.
something that's becoming a standard in flying today too. There's a lot more of RNAV actually.
yeah, like because it's safer because something like you don't need any approach. It's just a standard GPS. Like if your GPS is working, which
Yeah.
it would be if you got LNAV on, then you could do an RNAV approach. And I think that it's becoming a standard because of areas with like mountains and stuff. It'll just guide you right around it. The approaches are.
Yeah.
Do you still have to catch? Do you still have to catch a glide slope and all that, or do you just
No,
guide it
no,
down?
No.
No,
No.
like RNAV will literally guide you down the runway without a glide slope. The downside
wow.
is there's no auto land. You have to flare it. Usually we don't. You
Yeah.
don't have to flare.
Oh wow. Is that like in real life too? Like the computer can't flare for you?
Yeah.
When you do that in real life?
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think it. There's no auto land for those. You have to shut the autopilot off around. Players venture coming.
Oh wow.
I got really nervous in
Problem
mountains. There
is
is
Tramp
freeware.
doesn't really fly them well. Like the
Tramp, the
PMDG
program that can't.
coupled with with VNAV, controlling your altitude by keeping your altitudes on point for your waypoints, like keeping it so that your vertical navigation is correct, so that you reach the waypoints in time.
It's okay that RNAV is something that they use a lot, but it's not safer than an ILS by no means. And if you are in a situation where it's downpouring, you're not going to do an RNAV. No matter how good your GPS is. ILS is still something that...
ILS would be the safer way to go in bad weather.
I think ILS will always be there and always be available, and I think it's going to turn into one of them things where a pilot can use it if he wants, and if he doesn't want, then...
I think most pilots in real life usually will probably take it, like if it's sunny or something and it's nice weather out, they'll take an RNAV. If it's ILS, it's bad weather, they'll take an ILS. Usually auto land is that downpouring, visibility is bad.
I'll tell you what else is cool is on these bigger jets, 737s, 47s, 777s, 380s, all them.
Yeah.
The window, it's not just your regular, it's not just a glass window, like they've got a thing they can use that will keep it from looking so bright outside and so glary. I forget what it's called, but
yeah, they got like a
like
shade
window
that'll
tinting?
slide down over. Yeah.
well, it's something they can turn off and on though. I don't know what it's called, but they can.
Oh.
Some kind of light, probably reflector. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does something with the light. I don't know a lot about it, but the amazing thing is when you talk to people, about flying, most of them have no idea that 80% of the time the pilot's just sitting there just like they are.
Yeah.
And so, and they'll be like, oh well, I don't trust technology like that, and yada yada yada. And you're like, well, where'd you fly to last week? And the month
Yeah,
before
exactly.
the month before that, you were letting technology fly for you.
Pretty much, yeah.
I love those people that say they don't trust technology, but the reality of it is, you use technology in your everyday life.
The reality
Listen,
of it is...
technology is our future. We either trust it or we're going to be left behind in the dark.
The reality of an aircraft, you could put on autopilot at like 1,500 feet and not have to worry about it. Unless it's like a technical problem or something until approach, pretty much.
Guys, we're going to check her out.
I mean, yeah, you got it. Yeah, like that's why you got me.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it's funny how some people, like, especially if you start talking about things like self-driving cars or anything like that, you got these people that are so quick to, oh, I don't trust the technology, blah, 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 blah. But
I mean, the difference
technology
with
is used
self-driving
every day.
The difference is with self-driving car, like they're just trying to perfect the technology to do it. Like,
No, I get that.
You know.
But I mean,
But,
you
like,
can't
I
be
don't-
scared of it because you use technology every single day.
Yeah, I mean, I think if more people understood the workings of like a 737, any of these jets, they would be so quick to dismiss self-driving cars because all we're doing is perfecting the technology to do what airplanes do.
Not just
On
planes,
roads.
dude. We got spacecraft that self-fly now.
Well, and
autonomously.
yeah, there's that too.
I'll tell you what, this flight plan, it's a slow climb. We're climbing slow on this
Oh
one, folks.
boy.
I mean,
I'm only
really,
I'm only at 12,000 feet.
like
Wow.
I said, I always admit, like, if you want a good YouTube channel to see what the future of the self-driving car is, just look at like Waymos. They have the real,
Oh, yeah.
the real demonstrations of people actually getting in the
Waymo is awesome. I've seen those videos.
Yeah. Now I want to see
the
a
whole-
Waymo. Now I want to see a Waymo trucker get on a YouTube video and like stream his trucking with Waymo.
I
That'd
mean,
be cool.
the point is, like, we use technology every single day. If we didn't have it, where would we be as a society? We would be just in the dark ages. It's interesting how far we've come with technology, actually.
Alright, so this is where I'm gonna, let's see. So what I had to do, you guys, was I ended up going to the climb page and going down to left soft 5 on max. And what it does, it will climb at its maximum
Yeah.
basically angle of attack and pitch plus speed. Because we wasn't climbing that good, probably because of wind. Weather.
Is that on the like
Yeah.
takeoff performance page? Like, is that where you set
It's
that?
on the you gotta hit the climb button, and it's on.
Oh, okay.
It says ACT space max Adobe.
Alright.
Oh,
It's a max climb rate page. Sometimes you gotta use that because sometimes you get flight plans that's got weird climbs. I did have a heavy load this time too, though. I had payload,
oh yeah.
but we're climbing. We're only climbing at 856 feet a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But I mean, it's not the first time this has happened. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's the cost index? Cost index maybe then. What's the
Tell you when. Well, it's not showing me now because I've already got past that. I can go look on the page, but I'll go to index page. Maybe tell me. Find it there. Didn't tell me there either, but I know where I can find out. Let's see.
Yeah.
I got a feeling the cost index wasn't very low. I got a feeling it was high.
I bet it was.
Like probably in the 40s or something, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
At the rate that we're climbing anyways. I knew there was some of this. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check something. My wing anti-ice was off.
Oh boy. Yep.
Oh, that might have been why. Wings are freezing.
Why are we leveling out it? Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm back.
Hey.
I did it before start.
Detroit definitely had some weird things.
Så därför där var det.
CDU message displayed. CRZ all changed to 34,000.
Okay, let the engine start. Where'd everybody go?
We're still here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to jump out and charge
CDU
my
message clear.
phone. Unfortunately. which sucks.
Okay.
So
See you
I
around.
will. Yeah, I hate this. I don't like this battery. So, all right,
what
we'll
it
see
is,
y'all. Yeah, I know.
See you tomorrow.
We'll talk to you a bit, buddy.
All right, we'll see y'all.
See you,
All
buddy.
right, see y'all later.
Boy.
In a few moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
That's that
The
flight.
weirdest thing ever, my altitude is set to 34,000, but my plane is not wanting to climb worth a crap. Even on when I look at my waypoint, next waypoint I'm coming up on is
Must be.
supposed to be FL 302 in 44 miles. Well, I'm only at 20,000 feet, and I'm only climbing at 194 feet a minute. Doesn't make any sense. Everything
The only
done.
thing I can figure is weather.
Weather's the only thing I can come up with. Of course, we might be due for oil change. I'm gonna load the other TFM. I'm gonna unload this and load the other one real quick, just for a minute. I'm gonna
You
look
got
at
two of them on there?
I've got
TFM is shutting down.
I've got the preview build, and on that one, I can look at the engine pressure to see if we got low pressure. If so, then yeah, I'm probably due for some maintenance. So let's go to documents.
wife still has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can knock it up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you in the case of unexpected turbulence.
Well, Andy, I could proudly say, my friend, climbing at 492 a minute.
And off we are.
Okay. Low pressure is good.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign is now on.
is it?
Evangelion. We can either do the 25 episode series that also has a single movie, or we can do the different. It's like a different like, story, but it's got the same characters.
What happened to the steak, the shake and bake? Oh.
In the movies, there's only 4 of them, but it's a lot faster to get through. Or we could do both.
We'll figure it out.
I recommend doing the movies first. Want to do the series.
Alright, we'll watch a movie then.
Alright, so we're doing Evangelion.
Yep.
Alright. But do you like giant robots?
That's fine with me.
That's what it's about.
Okay. So I must say I'm glad to be using the pre-build, Andy.
Why?
Because it was to my understanding that my tires were up. The only way I knew that they were still down was I saw the lights were still on. The left gear, nose gear, and right gear lights were on, and that told me that they were down.
Oh, yeah.
That definitely affected my climb.
That would make sense.
Well, you know, that whole landing gear is all one unit, and it weighs quite a bit, probably. Josh,
So,
making sure you got your seatbelt on. You can't be chasing all the women around the plane. They're starting to complain up here. That guy won't leave us alone.
well, I don't know, maybe they.
Oh shit.
You got the plane too heavy. It won't climb.
Oh, well, yeah, we might have to get rid of a couple. We'll
Oh,
with
God.
We'll start with Brandon's ex-wife, so Tim, you and Josh go ahead and open up the bay doors, and we'll take it out one at a
shit.
time. We'll start with her and her mom. We're gonna throw them out first.
Let's see. Let's try and get some. Let's try and get a lake here. At least they might not die.
All right, let me see what we're flying over. We're currently flying over.
Oh shit.
Well,
Funny.
Well, we are flying over Bourbon, Kentucky, so maybe they'll land in a puddle of whiskey. Go ahead and throw.
Yeah, right. Maybe they'll land in a big pile of moonshine.
Sorry about their luck.
Go out happy.
We're not near the ocean yet, but as big as they are, I'm sure that has to help them bounce a couple times. So go ahead and throw them out.
Well, at least
Hey,
they'll die drunk, I guess.
you can throw that Thomas guy out with them too, because he likes little girls. So we'll just get rid of him too.
Yeah, he's like a molester. Yeah, we need to get rid of him too.
Yeah, no molester allowed on the plane. Sorry. Time for you to go there. That's why they call him Leaner Wiener. Mr. Leaner Wiener.
Oh God.
Alright, let's check our climb now. Okay, we're doing a little bit
Did
better.
you hear about that? A couple of years ago, I think it was 2018 or 19. Did you hear about that Southwest Airlines flight where the engine blew out? They had to land in Pittsburgh, I think it was, or Philly. They were going from Charlotte to New York or something like that, and their engine blew out and like the cabin depressurized and everything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and there's like a hole in the side of the cabin, and The pilot, you can look it up on YouTube.
This is not the pilot that landed on water, is it? That one that he saved all those
No,
people?
No. This is something totally different.
Okay.
So, there was like this hole that was blown out in the middle of their cabin, and they went and the pilot calls into ATC and says, declare an emergency, and they're like, what is your emergency? She says, there's a hole in my cabin in the side of the plane. And they're like, the ATC person's like, oh, so nice and calm, like it's an everyday event that an airplane gets a hole blown in the side of the cabin.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, they're like, just like this, like, okay, Southwest, you're declaring an emergency, hole in the cabin. Would you like to divert somewhere?
Yeah, no kidding.
And she's like,
I kind of need to get down now.
She's like all panicked and freaked out, and she's trying to hold her cool, but you can tell that she's like scared out of her mind.
Yeah, I bet.
She's like,
I'd be
yes,
like, no, I don't
want
want to divert. I need a bowl of popcorn up here, you dumbass.
She's like,
oh shit.
She's like, as calm as could be. She's like, yeah, I need to divert. Where would you like to divert to? She says something close. And she's like, something close. She says, I'm thinking maybe Pittsburgh or Philly. And they're like, okay, well, Philly's probably going to be the best option. It's 60 miles closer. And she says, comes back a few minutes later, and she says, I just thought I would let you know that there's a passenger out of the side of the airplane. And they're like, this is fun. She's like freaking out. There's a passenger out of the side of the airplane. There's a passenger out of the side of the airplane. And here's what the ATC person says when he's trying to get her to descend and give her vectors. He says, did you say a passenger out of the side of your plane? She says, yes, sir. And you can tell she's about ready to break every ounce of herself into a billion pieces. She says, yes, sir. This is what he says. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's get you down.
Well, it kind of doesn't. They are dead.
I'm surprised how he got out, because in real life there's no, like, you know in movies it shows like a hoe and it sucks somebody out. It really don't do that in real life, but they must hard telling what they were doing, but
I mean, if they were outside and it was depressurized, they're either dead or they wish they were.
Yeah.
Well, everyone on that flight, there was one casualty on that flight. Everyone else lived.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing the one outside of that.
Yeah, everyone else lived.
I'm guessing the one outside the hole was the one that died.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, here's the issue. When she said there's a passenger out the side of the airplane, the flight attendants never explained to her what the problem was. They just said, we have a passenger out of the airplane. And so that's all she's conveying what she's thinking, like the passenger literally fell out of the side of the airplane. No, what happened was the engine cover blew off, hit the side passenger window where this lady was sitting, and because she had her seatbelt on, she was still sitting in her seat, tied down to the seat. But from her waist up was actually floating and dangling out of the airplane. And as a result of like the 350 knot wind, she was like literally plastered to the side of the airplane, just behind the window. And they were trying to pull her back in.
Wow.
And
are you dead at that point, or are you like still sort of
Yeah, no,
alive?
She was gone. She was like
True
the second,
story
I
for
think.
you.
That
Speaking of that,
That's scary.
You guys
yeah,
might
that
have
is
saw
a true
this.
story.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
a true story.
There was another incident where a pilot and a co-pilot and like 3 people in the back was on a smaller plane. Similar situation where the window on the pilot's side busted out. because they had it replaced and they didn't do it right. Well, the pilot went out the window and ended up like on the front of the plane, like, and he was there all the way down till they landed. Yeah, this is a smaller plane, so they wasn't up to like, high as what your jet would be, but the guy ended up surviving. He was in an intensive care for like 3 months, but he was literally laid across the front of the window of the airplane. Like,
whoa.
Yeah, it was. Dude,
I mean, that's just freaking me out. Holy shit.
I've seen some crazy stuff. We're at
well, it was
32,000
interesting
feet.
because
We've got
went
2,000
in-
feet to go at an hour and 20 minutes until descent. Go ahead, Andy.
it was interesting because they were able, after that radio transmission, they went and flight attendants were able to tell them that they needed to descend and lower the speed because they were hanging out and they were trying to pull her back in. So they descended below 10,000 feet, slowed down to 220 knots, which actually worked. They were able to get her back inside the plane, but figured out she was dead. Don't know when during the flight she died, but
I would say the combustion
she was dead in either
her,
case.
probably. I'd say.
Yeah, well, probably when you have made contact with the outside air, that's probably what did it.
That or when the thing hit the window and it busted.
Oh, when the engine cover hit the window, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Could have hit her
Smacked
in
the
head or
window,
something.
yeah.
And a weird thing about it, though, is they were able to make a perfect 3-point landing.
So they still had an engine? I guess the engine still worked? Or was it just one
They
that
had
blew
one.
out?
No, they had one. Yeah, no, they had one engine left.
Oh, okay, that's good. Did they ever figure out what the hell happened to it? Was it just an electric failure or something?
Stress fracture on one of the turbine blades got sucked into the engine and ripped it apart.
Oh shit. It's crazy.
Insane in the membrane.
There's so many things. So many things can go wrong. You don't think about it, but there's so much shit that has to work right.
Oh yeah, I know. A lot.
I mean,
I'm
it
flying
has
over
to. It has to
Belarus
work
right
right,
now.
or you're fucking dead up there.
I mean, even on your smaller planes, there's still so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're flying over Knox, Kentucky.
Page 1 of 5. Page 2 of 5. Page 3. Page 4. Page source. Alarms. Button. Living room. Button. Select rooms. Button. Living room. Button. Soft play right radio. From Roy Orbison movie to me. Sonos. Home. Closing Sonos.
We are almost to cruise altitude, folks. Yeah, good thing for them green buttons about my gear. or I'd have never knew.
Got my Force 8 speed on.
Your what speed on?
8x.
Oh.
The Delta airline expected me to arrive in Miami at 1:43 a.m. Well, I got news for them. I'll be there before that.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
kinda, you just said 120. I mean, you're gonna be there at probably fucking, well,
I mean, hour and
10:30 my time, so like you're gonna be there.
hour and 14
You're gonna be-
minutes until descent. So
Yeah, so you're gonna be there at like 11:40, 11:50 or something.
yeah, they better give me a bonus.
Josh, why are you being so quiet?
Okay,
No,
just
I'm
a
listening
little
to stuff
over
in
an
the
hour to
background.
drop.
He's
But, I
thinking,
mean, I'm still
he's
here.
thinking about his porn star girlfriends. I know what he's doing. Got him figured out.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't blame him. Shit.
I'd be thinking about him too, buddy. I don't blame you. We'll just go ahead and let him go back there to the master suite at the back of the jet. Hang up the sign that says, "Don't come knocking when the airplanes are rocking, because it sure to hell ain't turbulence."
Well, hey, I mean, I mean,
That's funny.
I mean, shit.
Oh,
shit,
God.
I want to.
we have.
I want to
you
get
know,
a sign
we'll
that
have-
says
we'll
that.
have
Don't
ample
come
opportunity.
rocking when the airplane's knocking, because it sure to hell isn't turbulence.
I bet you could have it custom made.
Oh man,
So
that's
custom
good.
sign plates.
Yeah, I
They'll
mean,
fucking
you
do
know,
it.
If George takes us on this outing, we'll have plenty of opportunities to get some porn star girlfriends, especially with that jet. Like,
Oh man,
Porn star
That thing-
girlfriends.
that thing it's beautiful, dude. It really is. That is a beautiful. When I went
Wait.
and put stuff
Oh.
away for him, his new one's in the. Well, it's in that same building, but it's off to the left on the other. Like there's two bays to it, one on left, one on right. Well, the new one was on the bay one right there, and oh my gosh, dude, that thing looks nice. Also, they look kind of aggressive too, man. What? Hold on.
Watching
He's about to
Okay.
watch the movie.
Yeah, they look kind of aggressive by the way, you know, the way that the wings and stuff are designed.
Mm.
But man, there's no better smell than being in something like that with that brand new, like it's still got that new plane smell to it, man. It's
Like factory smell.
yeah, it. Oh my gosh, dude.
I've never been in a new plane before, but I always know when you get in a new car because it gets the new car smell.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I couldn't stop just standing there looking at it. Like, I could have probably had the opportunity if I wanted to. I mean, he wouldn't have said that. I could even went in and looked at it, but I was in kind of a hurry. So, alright guys, I will be right back. We're gonna, I keep forgetting, don't matter what window I'm on because they can see it regardless. But I'll be back here in just a few minutes and we'll go give me some porn star women. I mean, food, and I'll be right back.
Oh, fuck. You know, the ironic thing about the whole porn shit is that you'll never meet any of them, so like what's the fucking point? But you do it anyway.
I mean,
Fucking look at it
well,
anyway.
I mean, yeah, dude, you actually could. I mean, I saw a YouTube video of somebody who, like a porn star, is talking about like fucking their fans. So if you become like a legit, I guess, fan of them, you could.
I mean, but how would you actually do that? You have to like pay and shit, right? Like, you have to probably be a part of it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know really. Like, I guess, yeah. I mean, like, you have to support like the webcam streams and like. I mean, I don't know really. I mean, like, I've seen some pretty young fucking fans, like, you know, 19, something like that. Like, it's.
And they do
Problem
it with
is, I don't know.
They
I
do
don't
it
know.
with you?
I don't know if yeah, and I mean, and I don't know if I'd want to fuck a porn star for the sake of like her being able to film another, like, do another film, you know, like, and it's gonna be sold, you know, she's gonna get some money out of that. Like if I agree to that, I better be getting at least a cut of that shit.
I'm sure they probably are, right? Wouldn't they? Wouldn't you
I don't
get
know.
a percentage?
I don't know
Probably
how that works.
Maybe not high, but you know. But then you also got to worry about, you know, it's probably going to be on the website, so you're going to be there. The whole world's going to know who you are. That's what sucks about it. Like,
well, no, they won't, because like there are some fans, like, all it says is like, I mean, like, nobody, only people who will know you is like people who like actually know you, and but like, yeah.
well, no, but I mean, your face is visible, right? Like, if somebody knew you and they like were a porn watcher, like they could see you, right? Your face
yeah, I mean,
stuff.
I don't know if I mean, I heard, I've seen some videos where it was like anonymous, where their face was like blacked out, if they really, you know, they really wanted to.
Oh, they used the
to
okay,
do that.
yeah, that's cool. Because the porn really is about the girl, right? It's not so much about the guys. Or is it really about both?
It's actually really about the guys. Like, they don't, you know, they're just in it to help the guys really do that. If like it's more of a pleasurable experience.
No, I mean,
for them.
porn itself, the porn industry is mostly focused around women, right? Though, like, forget the fan stuff.
No, it's mostly focused around guys. Like, the guy, like, it's guy focused. The porn industry, all the fetishes and all the you know, trends and stuff are guy, you know, because guys, you know, the whole objectification of women, all that shit, it's all guy focused. Like,
Oh well, yeah.
the entertainment. I mean, there are some sites, like niche sites, that do focus on women. It's actually, I kind of like it because it's more like real, like, their porn is more like what a real like sex scenario, whatever would be. Like, it's, you know, it's romantic and all the other, you know, gentle and all that. But I mean, the problem is you gotta pay. I'm not paying for fucking porn. I'm not paying for fucking porn.
No,
Like, not a subscription.
Dude, no, like, fucking all the sites I go on, you know, you and me, you probably know them all, 3 Mobs and RedTube and Unicorn,
Yeah,
and
but
all that. They only give you like.
But I mean,
I know, but I'm just saying.
well, I mean,
They only give you like a subset of the videos. Like, when you click on one, there's always a thing to get more, but you have to pay. Like, they only give you, it's like, if it's a 10-minute clip, it's probably a 30 or 40-minute movie.
No, there's usually 10-minute clips. You just have to. There's exclusive clips that have premium on it.
Okay. What were you gonna say though?
No, I'm saying like when you pay, like, I mean, I pay for like I've seen like a trial. I did like a trial like Pornhub, and it's like the premium. Like you got like stereo sound. You got like it's like just better like for us if we could get it. But I'm not paying like $100 some bucks a month for that shit.
Oh fuck that! Is that how much it is? Damn.
Well, it's I can't remember how much a month. Like it's like $15. I don't know.
It's high.
There's a line that I cross. I'm not paying like.
Yeah, I know. Like even if it was, dude, even if it was like cheap, like it's like, oh, you know, it's you're paying for that. Like really, like, my conscience
maybe
wouldn't
if
let
I
me
can
do
get,
it.
if I can get like audio description for everything on the site for like 15, you know, then maybe, you know, like.
And not the
there's
retarded
something.
audio description that Pornhub tried to do either. Like that's not good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Do you really need DVS for this though? Like, do you really need DVS for porn? Like,
No, not really. But I mean, it is interesting to see like what, you know. Sometimes they don't start out. It's like fucking nude. Like.
well, true. And sometimes, I mean, if they're doing oral, it's easy enough to follow it. But if they're fucking, like, how do you? Sometimes it's unclear whether they're doing the back or the front. You know. Or whether she's on top or he's on top. That sometimes is unclear.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you could justify DVS there too. Especially for the beginning, like you said, where they're not nude yet.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know like what they're wearing, like, or what, especially what she's wearing. If she's like got this a dress or a fucking skirt and stuff. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning, so I won't be on for too much longer.
Oh really? What you gotta do tomorrow?
I'm serving at my church tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to be there at 8. Tomorrow's my Sunday to serve on the coffee team, so I have to be ready by like 7:30. Plug this thing in before it dies. My headset has been beeping for the last like 15 minutes or something.
What are you up to, Tim? Just browsing?
Browsing and kind of listening to the countdown.
fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence. Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
sleepy, Josh, or what?
No, I'm browsing Discord and Gmail and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Back in a short little bit. Gonna take the dogs out and get them into bed.
Uh, And Elton John, like when Elton John came out with Crocodile Rock, it's pretty funny. He made fun, basically made fun of this song and basically said it sucked and I'm gonna like overtake it.
Which song? What?
This song, Elton John basically trashed it
Oh.
when he made Crocodile Rock.
Oh Lord. Like the one I'm playing or the one you're listening to?
No, the one you're playing.
Oh. I don't even know what song this is. It's Bill Haley in the comments, right?
Page 1 of 5.
Yeah.
Page 3, page 4, page 5 of 5. Showing up for suggestions.
Damn it, fuck the library.
Sonos. Add library. Search field. Sonos. Sonos. Hello. Sonos. Playing right radio. From Alien is not rocking through the ride.
Rocking through.
Playing rocking through the ride.
Rocking through the rye? That's the first time I've ever heard that song. I think it's pretty good. I don't know what Elton John's beef with it is. It's not.
But what's that noise in the background there? Someone playing a game or something? Hey Tim. What game is that, Tim? Like I hear in the back, hearing shit in the background.
TJS right now.
Oh.
Have you played that, right?
What's
Jim
TJS?
Kitchen's
I
thing?
don't-
It's that I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. That's the game where you fucking shoot cum at girls.
It sounded
Not
like you were in
fucking
a fucking. It sounded like you were in a fucking car or something. Like.
Well, I was doing the Harley, but I was just
Oh.
kind of messing around with all of them, really. Right now, I'm fucking around with TJS. It's hilarious. Triple J shooter.
Oh yeah. Oh, this
Say what,
unfiltered
Josh?
blind tweet, unfiltered blind tweets Twitter account is back again.
What the hell?
It they're basically the account that like satirized the NFB and like live tweeted shit.
Huh.
Apparently, freaking Mark Riccobono extended basically a hand to JCB in his banquet to basically like help each other.
Alright, it's time to land. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey,
Ready to land this plane.
CDU message displayed. Forecast uplink ready. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Descent forecast uplink. CDU message cleared.
Oh no, got 24 minutes. Alright, be right back. By the way, that's working out good. It's staying right there on that window. I'll be right back.
That shit is too funny with those clips.
what is?
Just these little clips that Jim would put in his fucking intros.
Oh, you can hear that shit through my headphones?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Why the hell is it going through my headphones? It's not supposed to do that, right?
No, it's just you got a mic like that Logitech is you know, it's got a mic is right by the left ear, so it'll come through. There's no like.
No, this
noise
one's the right ear.
uh,
Unless I'm not positioning it right. My mic is
No.
close to my right ear.
It's gonna come to no matter what. It's always gonna have a feedback.
Like,
just
can
like
you hear like
people have.
speech and shit? Like when I'm navigating, can you like hear
No,
it?
no.
No, just these sounds.
I mean a little bit, a tiny bit, but it's not like understandable. Like I gotta really strain to hear if I want to hear what it's saying.
Why the hell is there a fucking gender option in a pizza game? What the fuck is that about?
Why does Sarah put... Oh, wow. I'm looking at one of Sarah's videos, and instead of instead of just letting LNAV do its thing, she puts, or VNAV, she turns on flood level change instead of, VNAV.
Aye.
Weird.
I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching one of Sarah's latest videos, and it's weird how, like, she puts flight level change mode on instead of VNAV when she takes off for whatever reason. I don't know why she wants to manage climb when it's...
Well, you're not supposed to do that, but...
Sarah, I guess. In the preview build, is there a way where we can, like in the current preview build that's out, is there a way that we can shut off, you know, like, what things can we shut off from, like, speaking, or can we do everything, basically?
Hold on a second. Okay. So whatever panels are there, you can whatever's in the aft overhead and the forward overhead, you can head over to settings and turn on and turn off.
Oh, okay. Can we? Is pitot heat in one of them? I think. Right?
Not yet. No, I'm working on that panel. Not like right now, but it'll be in week 8.
Okay.
$14.64 to go. Just keep in mind in the current preview build. Just keep in mind that all the 37 offsets are turned off except for the ones that are in those new panels.
That all the what?
All the offsets.
Oh, okay.
Aside from the ones that are in the new aft overhead and forward overhead, all of the ones they're all turned off other than the aft and the forward overhead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not, because it would be cool if you could turn them on so we could fly with it, like, and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that when the
really
next preview comes. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix it when the next preview comes out.
How do you get Sarah? Every is there a way to get first officer to speak it fully in Sappy? Sarah's first officer is speaking fully in Sappy. Like she's got a Sappy first officer voice and a Sappy like captain voice or whatever.
I believe you can change that in. If you go to config and then sound, you know how like you can change the volume and stuff, you can also change the language. So there's a couple of US English voices in there that are sappy voices.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm over the Labrador Sea. It must be full of Labradors. That'd be a lot of dogs.
Alright, time to land. Let's see.
That's a... Let me...
Oh yeah, another thing that Sarah does is just weird is she puts the pretty much puts flight level change mode on for her entire descent.
Why does she do that?
I have no idea. Because she's missing her, she's like bypassing waypoint, like she's higher than she needs to be for, like she's getting to the waypoints, but she's higher than she needs to be. She's using flight level change.
Oh, I don't watch her fly, dude. She don't make no sense to me. She talks like an A1 pilot, but yet she just does weird shit.
Yeah, I wonder if she's getting her advice from Jake. Wouldn't surprise me.
All right, guy, we're working on.
I don't think she.
We're working on landing here.
I don't think she talks to Jake.
No.
Y'all know we are on a live stream, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind either way because I'm just saying, like, well, I just speak it the way it is.
Yeah.
I'll be sure that I don't, you know, create a website and pretend to be like A1 pilot. Cause trust me, you go back, you watch my videos. I got videos I mess up on, videos I don't do good landings at.
Oh yeah.
But that was the whole idea, was let people see your flaws, let them see your mistakes, because how else do they learn if you don't make a mistake?
Oh yeah, and that's another. She's I see her. She's using the altitude knob and not like, and she doesn't like. If this was me right now, I'd put the altitude in for either the runway or a little below it, and like she's putting like 9,000, like all messing around with it.
See, I put in the altitude runway, sometimes below it, depends on, you know, where I'm at, but
yeah.
I don't never just lower the altitude as I go. I mean,
unless you got ATC, I mean, ATC is only when you go altitude as you go, and like just traffic and such. But.
Yeah, exactly. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff, brother. But hey, you never know. Smoke a Marlboro, Sarah. You might do better. Not Marlboro, smoke a Winston.
TFM doesn't stop her.
If not a Winston, smoke a Camel. You'll do better.
Oh. The Camel non-filters.
Oh God, man, that would get. I can't even imagine the headache I would get from that. Andy, what are you? Are you a Marlboro man? Are you a Marlboro man? A Winston man? A Eagles man? What are you?
One.
What's your preference of cigarettes, Andy? I used to smoke Marlboro, but they're too expensive now. Marlboro Reds. Wait, you gonna get in timeout if you say that out loud? Oh, you're not supposed to. Oh, we're gonna. Well, anyways, guys, we're working on our descent now to land here in Miami, Florida, and
I'm still over the sea full of dogs.
Okay.
The Labrador Sea.
CDU message displayed. The path unachievable. CDU message cleared.
What is this doing?
CDU message displayed. The path unachievable.
Is that an Android? Nope, probably not. Ooh, 939 left.
Well, here we are back in this same situation again. Does not want to. It will not. Will not descend.
That's weird. Do left bracket A and tell me what your altitude, your autopilot altitude is.
It's set to the runway altitude. 100. And it should be descending to 22,000 right now, but it's not. Well, here we go. No. What is this thing doing?
CDU message cleared.
Yeah, that's weird.
CDU message displayed. The path unachievable.
I keep on getting this stuff about
CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. The path unachievable.
I didn't know Newfoundland was that close to New York.
guys, we're gonna have to scrub this, and I'm gonna have to do it over because it's definitely too late now to get where I need to be. And it keeps saying like I'm not even to the waypoint yet, and it comes up and said path unachievable.
Oh, descent path is unachievable. Yeah, there's something with your flight plan it doesn't like, I don't think. I don't know.
Same way I do it every time. I don't.
Is this the one to Toronto?
No.
That's a different one.
I mean, I've done this flight before. No different than, I don't know, I don't get it. I'm gonna try something real quick, guys, hold on.
TFM is shutting down.
We're gonna try something. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see what it says. See what it does, but
$626. Quebec. Magoobly Gobbly Doopaloo Doopoo St. Laurent, Quebec. Whatever that first part was.
even when I turn on level change mode, it won't descend.
Oh, that's awkward.
That's strange.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something with the plane.
I don't think it's the plane, brother. I do this flight many a times. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's the plane.
It's got to be the look at what is the cost index? It has to be that. Like, I mean, it still should descend though. It shouldn't be like
The cost
stop.
index wouldn't stop
Is your
it.
auto?
That wouldn't
No.
stop it.
I mean, it would
Your
slow
auto
it. It wouldn't
throttle's
stop
on?
it.
Well, yeah, auto throttle ain't gonna stop it from following descent.
When I had
Yeah,
the 38
actually it
did
would,
it
yeah,
to me,
the
yeah, it
speed.
would.
The auto throttle
It stopped me.
it shouldn't. That had nothing to do with descent.
Yeah, but if you get too slow on the speed, it can drastically affect the
If you
vertical
get
speed.
too slow on the speed, it's not gonna tell the plane, hey, stop doing your descent. That doesn't make even mechanically, scientifically, it wouldn't make no sense. Let's try this. Now, what can I do to save this, being I've done missed like 4 waypoints? Just go back in and put in my approach again?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. You would
Redo
probably
my...
hit flight level change.
No, I mean, being I'm so far up, couldn't I just set up my approach again and it will... I mean, I'm still at 30,000 feet. I won't make it to the... What I'm saying, I'm not going to make it to the waypoints in time. So wouldn't I set up approach again?
You shouldn't have to.
If you can't reach none of them waypoints in time, dude, you would have to. Wouldn't you? How you going to get to the waypoints if you're too far out from them?
I had this problem once before and I'm trying to remember how I did it because I overshot the descent point.
For example, there's no way I'm going to get to 10,000 feet in 2 miles. There's no way.
Well, no.
So I'm going to miss that waypoint. I'm going to miss the next waypoint. I'm not going to hit any of these waypoints.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did before because I did the same thing happen to me once before.
I think I got an idea.
If I remember it, I think I turned around and went back to where I was supposed to go, but I don't remember.
Alright, I'm going to try to drop as fast as I can and see what happens. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Alright, we're going to try this. I'm going to go to the hold point, get to the hold point, and then I'll just set my approach up again.
That'll work. I'm in Maine.
I'm going to go hold at 3,000. And then I'm going to set up my approach, and I should be able to come in and we'd be good.
Sounds like somebody has a fidget toy or something.
Yeah, Tim is fucking with Jim Kitchen again.
I know I can hit the right soft 6 and do hold greater when I get to 3,000. That's what I'll do. Okay, I think we might be alright here, guys. I'll be there in a minute, Brett. Okay, I think we're going to be good. Andy, I stand corrected. I think he was right. Well,
About the auto throttles?
well, it was on, but I turned it off and then I turned it back on and it started working. So you was right, I was wrong. Again, folks, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I don't have no problem doing so, but the weird thing was my auto throttle was on. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Is there an offset that maybe might still be turned off on the ones that we were flying with, TFM?
Not the one that I gave you the other day, no. The Alpha 9? No, that has all the offsets turned on. I know there's some bugs with the 38 and 39 where throttle gets kicked off for some reason, even though it says they're on still.
Yeah.
Because I had it happen on the... I had it happen on the 38 once. I got up to cruise and it turned auto throttles off.
Yeah, I think that's what... I think we're going to be okay. All I can say to those watching, it just proves the point that when you have a problem, just work it out. Just go through different steps, try different things. Eventually, you'll get it figured out. Well, granted, you know what you're doing. Not just guessing. 92. 110.30, 92. Now, I do want to stop a minute because I want to explain to you guys what I did, because I know it all happened so fast. And then I'll continue and get us landed. Alright, so like Andy said, he thinks there might be a bug where it says auto throttle is on, but it's not. Or where it kicks it off. Not sure which. Not on the TFM that's out for everybody right now, but on the pre-build, right, Andy?
Yeah, I think it might be a PMDG problem. Because I think what happens is sometimes on the 38s, and depending on what 39 you use, the auto throttle will randomly disconnect itself.
The only time
And you're never told about it.
The only time I've had it do this is on the pre-build, though, not the
Yeah, I've had it happen on occasion. I've had it happen on occasion with the regular releases.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, auto throttle was saying it was on when it wasn't, apparently, because I turned it off, turned it back on, and it started the descent. Okay, so what did I do to fix that? First, I looked at where I was. How far away was I from initially one, from the waypoint I was coming up on? Number one, I was too far to catch it. I was too far out to catch the waypoint. And so then, that right there told me, okay, that's going to be a problem, I'm going to be able to catch it. So, go around is kind of really, there is no go around because you're not at the runway, you're not going around. So I said, okay, let's get down to 10,000, or near 10,000. I actually held at 15,000. I went in, and now all my waypoints are gone because I done missed all of them. Okay, so they're gone. So I then went and reloaded, or I programmed my approach over again. And what that did was gave me all the waypoints from Detroit to Miami. I went and I found the waypoint that was closest to me at altitude and distance. And I found the one at 15,000. I was 51 miles from it. Too far. But I was still connected with the LNAV. So that just took me right back. What I did was I loaded that. I selected, because it was on page 3. That waypoint I needed to go to was on page 3. I moved it to page 1, executed it, and now I'm on my way to that waypoint, and it's going to follow down the list just as if we just started doing our descent. Only we're at 15,000 instead of 34. So let's land this thing and be proud that we had a successful flight. $17 miles from the first waypoint here at 15,000. I did load my ILS, so you guys know I loaded that with TFM. I'm running the public version of TFM right now because I wanted to make sure.
I thought you were coming in here with him. Hey.
All right.
Thought you were going in there with him.
All right. All right, we're good. Be there in a minute, Brett. LNAV. We're almost there, folks. Oh yeah, we're doing good. We'll be fine. I'm proud of me being able to save this, because, man, I wasn't sure at first.
We have begun our final descent into Miami. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
pretty good save, I must say myself, huh?
NAV1 has localism. Localism is alive. Runway heading 93. Glide slope is alive. NAV1 has glide slope.
Alright, John, well, I'm gonna log off the night thing. I'll be back.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm almost landed. That's a pretty good save, though, man.
Oh, at the throttle? Yeah.
Well, just saving the flight altogether.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll talk to you. I'm going to turn the voice on for a minute, y'all, because I'll be turning on approach here in a minute. Approach on. Approach on. Approach on. Approach mode on. Approach mode on. Approach on. Approach on. Approach on. Hold on, you guys.
And 73 below. Right 8. 144 below. Right 8.
Okay, I'm out of here for the day.
97 below. Right 8. 56 below. Right 8. 17 below. Right 8.
Landing checklist.
$2,500.
Landing checklist. I'm really proud of this, you guys. I mean, it was a cluster mess. We was way off. But let this just be a little bit of motivation to you that, you know, because the flight might be looking like it's going to go bad, it ain't going to work out. It's not always true. As long as you can still see that airport and you can still see you can go in and redo your approach, you're good. Just reset your approach back up. Work the problem. It'll work out. We're at 140 knots. Minus 778 feet a minute, which is not bad considering where we're at. We're currently at 1384 ASL, 1354 AGL. So that right there is another indicator that, hey, things are looking good. We're at minus 755 a minute, 1192 AGL, 1166 ASL, and we're at 140 knots. Flaps are set to 40. And, yeah, it's looking good.
1,000.
These are the kind of landings that I'm proud of. Total fuel, 5,426 pounds. We're still at 140 knots, 832 ASL, 802 AGL. We're at minus 778 per minute. But that'll go down. 758 a minute.
$500. $400. $300. $200. $100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
On ground. 131 knots. 124 knots. 117 knots. 112 knots. 105 knots. 99 knots. 89 knots. 78 knots.
And we're on runway 8R.
67 knots. 58 knots. 49 knots. 40 knots. 37 knots. 40 knots. 40 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
39 knots.
Miami. The local time is
38 knots.
12:26 a.m. and it's currently about
37
79
knots.
degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile
36 knots.
devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a
33 knots.
complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember
34
to use
knots.
caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have
31
shifted
knots.
during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
24
We
knots.
apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with
21
airline
knots.
staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
24 knots. 26 knots. 26 knots. 26 knots. 25 knots. 25 knots. 24 knots. 24 knots. 23 knots. 23 knots. 23
Oh,
knots.
come on.
22 knots. 22 knots. 22 knots.
Minus 332. Coming, Brett. Well, folks, that is it. We are out of here for now. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. That was a great landing. I'm going to have to watch that over myself because that was a good save. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and make sure to set your notifications. That way you're notified each time that we publish a new video or go live. Until next time, my friends, y'all have a wonderful night. Keep the blue skies up, and we'll talk to you soon. John with BVI Pilots, I am out of here.